Hi everyone, I'm Brenna Humphreys with Select South Bay. Thanks for joining me for our Zoom interview series. I'm excited to share with you my conversation with musician and educator Hunter Perrin, a successful touring musician with John Fogerty, Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, and many others. He is now a music teacher at the Episcopal School of Los Angeles. Perrin is a highly skilled and sought-after guitarist who has performed at the Grammys, Royal Albert Hall, the Glastonbury Festival, and many other prestigious events. He has not let the coronavirus pandemic stop him, turning to social media to continue sharing his music with the world in the form of soothing lullabies. Enjoy our conversation. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate that. You're a musician, you're a teacher, you do a lot of amazing, incredible things, and you've now found some really innovative ways, it sounds like, to use music to help everybody get through this pandemic time.
Yeah, thanks. With the students at school, we usually focus on live performance, but we can't do that right now, obviously. So what we've been doing is a recording series where each student will kind of record on their own. A lot of them using their phone, actually, where they'll listen to a song on their headphones and play along with it, and then they'll send me that recording of what they did, and then I'll put it all together at my studio and mix it. And it's turning out really nice, where they're getting some really good songs, and everyone seems to be learning a lot and enjoying it. So that's been really cool. You know, everyone I know they're all writing a lot of cool music, and I think on the other side of this, there ought to be a lot of new material, which would be exciting to hear. What I started doing when they do the 8 o'clock revelry for the applause for the first responders and the hospital workers and everybody, and like you'd hear someone with a big horn, like a alp horn, like brrr. And I was like, oh, well, I can do that with an electric guitar. And so I started playing these big classic rock riffs, you know, AC/DC and Guns N' Roses and ZZ Top and stuff, just like the big iconic riffs right at 8 o'clock. And like we have like a community like rock moment. It's really loud and it's fun.
So cool though.
Yeah, it's great. But then the flip side of that is, so that happens at 8, and that's kind of as we're trying to wind down, the girls go to sleep. The littlest one's usually in bed, but the oldest one is she gets kind of excited and cheering for the hospital workers. And so then we go into like a quiet lullaby mode. And I've been recording these I call them quarantine lullabies. So twice a week I'll make a little video, and I keep them under a minute so I can put them on my Instagram account. And it's been fun. I've been doing them like in black and white, like an old Super 8 video. And you know, it's a solo guitar, some classical music, some Latin American stuff, pretty broad span of music, but all with kind of a soothing quality, and it kind of helps our house settle down. And then so it's been fun to kind of go back and kind of do this more understated stuff. I like all music. I love music, just kind of any form.
But why lullabies in this case? What kind of got you on that?
It's just like a soothing, mellow moment of like balance and relaxation. You know, I just think everything's so crazy. If I can just have 1 minute of tranquility, I think that would help. There's this French song called C'est Bon, and I recorded it and then did a hashtag of the composer. Henri Botti is the composer, and I sort of sent it out, and you know, had some people write back and say, "Oh, I love this tune. This is so fun." You know, just whatever kind of casual responses. And then I got an email from it turned out to be his grandson. You know, this song was written in the early 40s, and then Olivier is the grandson's name. Writes. He said, "Hello, Hunter. You know, I just want to say I'm listening to your song in Paris with my family, and we like the way that you play guitar." And it just, I was like, man,
Wow.
This is a cool way to have a connection with somebody, you know, in these really unique times.
Yeah.
So
Totally
it was,
unexpected when you're stuck in your house and here you
yeah,
are hearing from someone across the world.
just to hear from his family directly, I thought that was really special, and it meant a lot to me. It was cool.
It's amazing how music can just hit you on that level without too many words, just kind of take you there right away.
Exactly. Just to relax. And I think it's something about a short tune. Everyone seems like so stressed, about time and everything right now. It's like, well, let's just do like a minute, like a little meditation or something, and just sort of chill.
Have your students been watching, and have they had any comments or thoughts?
People are saying, oh, you should do an album. It's just like a lullaby album. And I've thought about that. I think that might be a fun project, on the other side. I could do it here, but I think it'd be more fun to do it like in a studio or maybe at a chapel or something. It's fun. Also, I like just the idea of just doing it just for now, and it's just a little art statement for the time. This guy down in Florida wrote and said, hey, I enjoy your guitar playing. My 7-year-old daughter, that's like, it's turned into like her thing, like to help her relax at night, and she'll watch it. But it's in black and white, and so she's like, why is this camera so rickety? Like, I don't understand why he can't have a color photo. He goes, she listens to 3 every night, and then she goes to sleep. And I said, okay, then it's working. That's cool.
What do you think with the pandemic? Obviously, we don't know the future, but do you have any thoughts on how this might affect the future of music and music therapy and how it might help people?
That's a great question. I do think there's an opportunity for service with music through technology, where you can really access so many people, and they don't have to be in the same town. They can be wherever. And I think you're going to see more online performances. I've noticed, and I've talked to a lot of other performers, people get very nervous in a different way than they would in front of like I played in front of 100,000 people, and you got so much adrenaline going through your system, and you're just like, oh, and that's all you're doing. But then to go in front of a computer or some camera or whatever and do it, it's a very different mindset. And a friend of mine is a brilliant classical guitarist from Cuba, Rene Izquierdo is his name. He said, I've never been so nervous as I was last week playing in my own living room. I thought it was such a funny concept, but I get it.
I can see that though. Yeah, because you're not getting the feedback from the crowd. You're not feeling them with you. It's just sort of, I hope they're liking this.
I know. And I'll sit on colleagues' classes, and they're like, oh, I feel like I'm a comedian just bombing up here because there's no laughter. There's
any messages to the world right now?
Just stay safe and cozy and love on each other.
Sounds good to me. Awesome. Well, thank you for talking with me today. Really appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us on Select South Bay Zoom Interviews Quarantine Edition. See you next time.